Okay, so I've been trying to get things done for the past week and stuff, and I'm just scatterbrained. I've been trying to be more consistent in my job hunt. I've been trying to do an hour a day, and I'd been doing a lot of job hunting at the beginning of the month, sending out big numbers of things and working really hard for 2 or 3 days, and then doing nothing while I was waiting for a reply. So I'm trying to do something a little more consistent so that, one, it's a lot easier to get a lot done when you have more time to do it in, and I'm still getting the flow for how to do proper job hunting. And I'm starting to wonder if I might have to, I don't know what, but being an entry-level engineer at this point in time is not a comfortable position to be in, because there's a lot of people with a lot of experience, and it's very difficult to break into the market. At least if you don't have very strong connections or you're a woman, because women just kind of get a free pass in sometimes, and it's very disappointing with all that affirmative action stuff. But when there's like 2 women in my engineering classes, and then they need jobs just like everyone else, but it's a big mess. But alright, I'm not a fan of affirmative action. The goal is great, but the implementation is terrible. But enough of my ranting against things that make it more difficult for me to get work. What can I actually do? I've been working some on trying to find work, and my mother and I seem to have come to a bit of a compromise because I need money to do stuff, and she doesn't want to just give it to me, so I'm trying to do some work for her on the weekends when she's available and needs some grunt work. It's not great or glamorous, but it's something. I'd like to have a more proper job, but oh, and we're planning to go out looking. So I've been trying to keep my eyes open when we're running around town so that I can see places that might possibly hire me. I saw a manufacturing place up the road. I've just been trying to find stuff that I could possibly do. I need a what would be best would be a local job service that would give me temp jobs, because I really don't care what the temp jobs are while I'm looking. But there's no Olston in this area that I've been able to find. I looked at a place named Instar, but they don't seem to have any work. I don't know where else there is. But I'm trying to find work. I did manage to do some paperwork involving my student loans, which I've got to find work to pay off. And I had that interview, but I don't think it's going to turn out well. What else have I been doing? I've been trying to sort of study C++ programming, because everywhere I'm looking at wants me to know C++. My stupid college didn't think it was that important, and I may end up just trying to find a community college somewhere locally if I can ever get the money for it, because paying out of pocket is very expensive, even for a community college. I went to school on loans. But anyway, I may try taking a course on C++ just so I can learn it. and then say, I've done this. I know what I'm doing. Or at least I can muddle my way through what I'm trying to do, which is just as good. But the good news is that what C++ I'm not familiar with tends to be the stuff that's not as relevant to an engineer. Like algorithms, I have no trouble with algorithms. All the math and the guts of doing stuff, that I'm more or less okay with. That I can wing. It's the display, if you ask me to put a circle on the screen, I couldn't do it. I think I did Hello World, and I was like, really? How do I make a window pop up? All I want is for it to spit out a number. So the algorithms I can do, and I believe anywhere I'm working with would be able to do that stuff. But I think that my C++ training is the thing I need to work on. I was doing some stuff with MATLAB for a while and trying to learn C++, and I need to go back to that. I got through part of it, and then I got distracted. Of course, I don't have a lot of... I need to find work. I'm stressed out. It shows sometimes. I've been trying not to be too bad or unpleasant to be around because my family's nice letting me be here, but it's very stressful. And I'm sure I'll get something eventually and then I'll be fine. But until that point, I've got to keep looking. And it's very discouraging, just everything. But I think I'll manage. Maybe. Eventually. I've also been sort of rolling around the idea of trying to start my own company and applying for some of those government grants. Because I think I would be happy doing it. The problem is that I don't really know how to do it. But I have a vague idea of how to do it, and I've been directed towards some of the websites by some of the people I've spoken to during my job hunt. So, wouldn't it be funny if North Carolina ended up being a major space state just because I was here? Well, that's how it goes sometimes, right?